Good morning. We are live. My name is Lee Matthew Jackson, and sadly, it's too early for a glass of white wine. The sun is out. The weather is warm. Hurry up. 12 midday is all I say today. I want to talk about speed writing. How can you speed write a blog post? But first, let's set the scene. You want to write a blog post, you open up your editor, be it WordPress, whatever it is. Word, whatever you use to create content. That cursor is blinking at you saying, come on then, come at me, give me some words, and you've no idea how to start the blog. You then get started, finally and right away, but you're never quite happy with what you are writing. You probably find yourself second guessing yourself. Perhaps you even struggle structuring and find that you keep making the same point multiple times. This need to self-edit as we go kind of just drags us back, and we just get nowhere. It's the same with writing a book. How the heck can you sit there and create a blog post in, say, 30 minutes tops? And I want to share with you exactly how I do that from a position of somebody who did used to spend an average of 3 hours self-editing, getting in a mess with it, completely unstructured blog, having to restructure, rewrite, re-edit. It would take me flipping ages, and I hated it. Now, this is really simple. There are just 6 steps. I want you to take some notes. If you're watching the replay, type in replay. You can watch this as many times as you want, and I guarantee you, I don't actually kind of provide any money or anything, but I guarantee you that you will be able to write blog posts at least more effectively, if not significantly faster, and you'll even be able to come up with the ideas better. That's a big promise. And I'm going to start with number 1. Number 1 is decide on the subject of your blog post. Obvious, I know, but make sure it's something that people are asking you for the answers to. The subject is usually a problem that your clients have had. Think of all the client meetings you've had. Think of all the emails you've received, the questions you've had in those emails and in projects. Each and every one of those questions is a potential blog post. It is something that is of interest to your target audience, and there are problems galore out there for your clients that you can pick up on and provide some sort of solution. So number 1, pick your subject and write down that question as if it was the title. You can always shorten that later. Step number 2 is to break the answer down into subheadings. So you have our problem here, and you're thinking, okay, well, what they need to do to resolve that is this, then this, and this. You've got your 3 subheadings. So title and 3 subheadings. That's all you are committing to paper. Next, what you want to do is to record an introduction outlining the problem. So you have your subject matter, which is the problem that the client has. Then you record yourself just using your phone or microphone, whatever, setting the scene of that particular problem. It's exactly what I do in all of these live streams. In fact, these live streams are structured in the exact way that I write my blog posts. I set the scene, lay out the problem, and then I break down the answers into subsections or subheadings. You watch any live stream I do, it's pretty much the format. So number 3 is to record that intro, setting the scene. Then record yourself, number 4, answering or deep diving into each one of those subheadings. And then the trick is to send all of that audio off to somewhere like rev.com or use one of these AI audio to text converters so that you can get the written version of what you shared in your audio. It's easier to speak the answers out than it is to sit there writing and self-editing and taking ages trying to work out what to say. And then finally, collate all of that text, edit it, and publish it. So let's do that from the top. Number 1, decide on the problem. There's millions of problems that your clients have. That problem becomes the title of your blog post. Number 2 is to break down the solution into subheadings, subsections. Again, one-liners of what's going to happen. Number 3 is to then record. You can write it, but I'm a self-editor, so I just record my voice. Record your introduction, setting the scene of the problem, then record the different subsections of the answer, just unpacking those. Use the transcription service, and then take all of that text, collate, edit, and then publish whenever you want. The even quicker way is to go live, like I'm doing, in this sort of format, and then having a ghostwriter write the actual blog post as a result. And I have actually done that a few times. I've created the content, I've gone live, they've then taken a transcription, they've edited it, and made it a much cleaner format for a blog post. So those are kind of the two hacks that I would use. If you have any questions, please let us know. Nick says, I've never considered... No, hang on. I can't do your accent. I was going to do some weird Texas accent here from Australia. Never considered recording the intro and answers. Great idea. Struth, mate. I'm going to go put another shrimp on the barbie. Thank you very much, Nick. I appreciate that. Well, good morning from my mate, Gareth fella. That's the... Gareth, hello, mate. Yeah, Nick, it's something I've been doing for years because of that self-editing that I do. I look at the cursor and I don't know how to start because I have to write it and I've got more time to overthink it. And then as I go, I forget what I've typed and it just... Oh, cracker attempt. Sorry, hang on. Cracker attempt. Oh, God, don't forget it. Yeah, I self-edit and it just takes me too long and I just never feel happy. If somebody asks me a question in a meeting, I naturally just go blah, 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 and that's my answer. So if I was to record that, the text of that recording would be pretty close to what a one-paragraph answer would be, or even a small blog post. We naturally speak the solution. It comes out of our mind naturally. If we're writing it, there is just too long to think about it, and that's where we overthink it. So, for example, that Discovery Framework page that you and me have been working on, that's taken me far longer because I'm writing it manually. I'm self-editing as I go. I'm changing things. You're then spotting the mistakes because I've been changing things and going back on myself and going back on myself. Whereas when it comes to the blog post and just being able to record stuff and then getting that transcribed, holy moly, it is so much quicker. So, folks, if you want to write a blog post in this method, I would love for you to let me know how it went for you. Remember, decide on your subject, write down those subsections, record the problem as in the intro, record all the answers to those subheadings, use a transcription service or a friend to transcribe it, and then collate, edit, and publish. Feel free to share a link to your new blog post in the comments of this live stream. Have a wonderful day. Remember, I am off next week on a staycation, so there will be no live streams next week. However, if there are any subjects that you would like me to cover, feel free to message this page or put it in the comments below. Have a wonderful day. If you can't be good, be careful. If you can't be careful, remember the date. And if you can't remember the date,